Give it up for the first team of the first round in the first West Slam, the team from Link.
Hi, my name is Will. It's my first time. You taught me a valuable lesson. You taught me not to fall too hard, because when you do, it'll be so difficult to get back up again. You see, trust is a two-way street, and you were driving on the wrong side, crashing into me head on, and when I got to the car, I was so lost in the bright headlights of your eyes to ask for your insurance. My car got totaled that day, and so did my heart. I just didn't notice it yet. Your lips against mine were like wild vines wrapping around my chest, squeezing every last ounce of love from my body until my heart was dried up by the burning heat of passion. And I still couldn't notice it, because looking into your eyes, it's like staring into the sun. It's so painful, yet so beautifully brilliant. I gladly lose my sight. They were the last thing I'd ever see. And last year, when we went our separate ways, you never bothered to try to fill me back up again. So my emaciated heart struggles to contain the slightest grain of emotion. And my mind can't even contemplate moving on, because you put a freeze on like the Arctic Ocean. I shy away from emotion because my feelings have always flown like a river in motion. And sweetheart, you know I never learned how to swim. And yet, regardless of everything we went through, I still love you. And I know that if you gave me that opportunity, I would gladly dive headfirst into the rocky river of our love all over again, because I never was that good at letting feelings go. And
Bad DJ.
And lately, people have been asking me about you a lot, and I've told them that I hate you. And I regret that, because what I really mean is I hate that I can't hate you. And I hate it even more that I couldn't love you either, because loving you was slowly killing me. But you know what? I'm not afraid to die as long as you're right by my side.
Give it up for Link, everybody, kicking us off.
I've been moving calm, don't start no trouble.
Central, you are on deck. Make your way to the front. Central, you are on deck. Make your way to the front. In the meantime, make some noise for SLA Center City.
Hi, my name is London, and this is my first time.
Hi, my name is Amy, and this is also my first time.
Hi, my name is Justine, and this is my first time. No.
To the LGBTQ+ community,
I, as a Muslim,
I, as a Baptist,
And I, as a Catholic,
sincerely apologize for the way other people of our religions treat you. I am religious, but I can never hate you. I was taught to love thy neighbor as thine self.
and that showing favoritism to one is a sin to God and yourself.
that Allah created us to be who we are and not who others want us to be.
So please don't try to hide who you are for the sake of being accepted.
Because we love you regardless. I can be the first to say that in a world where Donald Trump exists, your sexuality should be the least of our problems. Please be yourself, because being you is the best thing you can be.
Who wants to live someone else's lie?
Or lie slave to expectations of a perfect personality created by a not-so-perfect society. Do not fall victim to the false believers who hate you, because they are not true to themselves.
Your flags paint the colors of the world.
A rainbow.
What children have to look forward to after the rain goes away.
A rainbow. What the eyes of innocence choose to see. A rainbow.
It does not see origin.
It does not see race.
It does not see sexuality.
It does not see gender.
A rainbow.
It sees love. We see love.
And others need to see love too. A rainbow. Something that God himself blessed us with.
So, yes, you were born in the wrong body.
And yes, you love someone of the same gender.
And yes, you don't believe in labels at all, but God loves all his children equally. So to all those who oppose seeing the beauty in everyone,
The Lord says a child shall lead them.
so with these words, I will lead you to see that the hate you spew is unholy.
John 2:9 says, anyone who claims to be in the light but still hates a brother or sister is still in darkness.
So you are not being righteous.
You are not spreading the words of God.
You are living in falsehood, and you will be judged accordingly.
Be the black and green majestic queen. It's for my homies, my only sailor.
And now, welcome Central. Welcome the team from Central.
Slow down. I need a minute for minutes.
I've been hearing stories about a coffin that is nearly 66,000 square miles.
Legend has it, the state of Florida is slowly becoming a ghost town.
Not in the sense that it's empty, but rather that it's filled with dearly departed souls.
The Sunshine State
was an emergence point for both stand your ground and concealed carry.
It seems like death is all that grows there.
And it isn't buried very far from the tree.
Democracy has always been somewhere between ballot for bullet and bill for bullet, but either way, bullet only gets a vacation when it meets body.
And when half of all gun owners say that ownership is essential to their identity.
To America, that must sound like a family reunion.
America taught our parents that the right to bear arms is the last phrase in a game of hangman,
that somehow they can't live without it, that guns contribute
to the
peace and prosperity of a nation. America taught our parents that the proper time to express opinion is when you're past the age of schooling. That might explain why we, as a collective, haven't learned our lesson yet.
That might explain why Congress sits with its hands folded in the face of massacre.
It appears that America is a classroom with more raised rifles than raised bullets, than raised hands.
This country is a country, it appears America is a country that, encourages more raised rifles than raised voices. This country.
It appears America is a country with more raised rifles than raised hands.
Evidently, this country is better at adapting its weapons than its policies.
Quicker to change the story than it is to change its narrative.
We spell out right and wrong for politicians who would sooner campaign our bandaged bullet wounds than they would prevent them.
The press always calls a story a hot topic because there's always a politician prompted to keep the seat warm just long enough to heat up his campaign.
Politician will condemn the protest, then send thoughts and prayers towards vigil as if in this situation they weren't one and the same.
If I die from a school shooting, know that I want an open invitation funeral.
Know that I'll be appointing each politician sponsored by the National Rifle Association as pallbearer.
Maybe we can expect a change when they are faced with the
physicality of carrying a child to the grave, even though
they've been doing that for a while now.
Young bodies are tired of being sown as seed into soil.
America has been the most avid planter of its own suicide.
Luckily for this country, we have an arsenal of youth who know how to translate their rage into proactivity. So here's an assignment for the adults in the area. When you hear Florida's gun control, think minefield, think graveyard, think gravestone.
Think of measuring life by the barrel of a rifle. Think how close-minded it sounds to count heads and not headshots when you say it aloud. Think about why no one is saying it aloud.
Think about why your government officials are hesitant to create restrictions.
And then think about who's paying for their campaigns.
Then think about who's really paying the price.
Think about it in the car, on the way home,
or in the shower, not just during the 7-day news cycle. Think long, hard, and even
think long and hard and harder even still. And if you're still defending the NRA, then you just haven't thought about it enough.
And if you're still torn between the right to carry and the right to breathe,
then you just haven't thought about it enough. And maybe this is why they call
teenagers irrational.
It must seem naively absurd to believe in actually thinking through a problem.
And maybe this is why they call teenagers entitled. But my right to live
is worth so much more than your right to carry.
Give it up for Central, everybody. Academy Park, please make your way on deck. Academy Park, make your way on deck. Give it up for OLNEY, the team from OLNEY.
Hello, my name is Anna, and it's my first time. These seeds shall be rooted deep in the minds of earth, to make everyone lose track of space and time, being open to the infinite opportunities. Let your soul touch your hearts, allowing them to intertwine. multiple seeds, a life beyond, one heartbeat, beating, 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 in unison. Remind me, how did we survive before the war? Was it the way we held hands and laughter alike, or the way we gave the love and compassion to hold, or maybe it was the way we clicked like a switch? What if it was the way we continued to innovate? No, it must have been our endless dedication to this world that has come to change as the years went on. Our generations pass every day as life is evolutionary, and it is the game survival. We are queens and beasts, we live to conquer and feast. We are strong in one army. We are the seeds of powerful pods. Our social organization and genetic talent has get us through our survival. Our definition of human revolution. From the never-ending domino effect of our past towards the end of this human era. But that won't stop us from completing the incomplete, so we could help thrive to move to a better future for the next era to come. But we are still not finished. We are still surviving. I am standing in between shadows, and I can't tell who win. They won here. I am standing in front of the audience who are part of the war. I stand tall now. I am stronger than before. If it hadn't been for that deadly war, I wouldn't be the person that I am. A king, a queen, a beast. That will never back down. Realize how much power we all have all together by standing before our enemies. We will continue to win the battle. We are the pieces to the key of peace. Can't you understand? We will win, and we will win again. We are the children of Ethiopian warriors. We are still fighting today. The war that we are fighting for is evoking my voice. I have the right to bear arms, and my skin is like the sunset off of a pyramid. My melanin is my voice, my hair, my shackles laying at my feet. The war that I'm fighting for is for my freedom, my dynasty, my sister who don't fight no more, my brothers who don't have sight no more. This is what I choose. This is life, liberty, and self-love. I am what my ancestors wanted. Strong, beautiful, brilliant, and always stunting. How did we survive before the war? We knew what we were fighting for.
Let's go, OLNEY. Let's go, OLNEY. Roxborough, you're on deck. Roxborough, come up. Roxborough, come up. You are on deck. Roxborough, you're on deck. Academy Park. Give it up for Academy Park.
Hi, everyone. My name is Diamante. It's my first time.
Hi, I'm Antonia.
And I'm Destiny.
And
Together we are Poetic 101. One voice, one heart, one mind. A snowflake among snowflakes means nothing to the human eye. Because they all look the same.
But each has its own design.
A crystalline structure sets them apart, but is still just a snowflake at heart.
All snowflakes are created uniquely, but it's still a snowflake like the others.
When we see snowflakes, we see snow, not one better or worse than another.
Amongst the snow, no differences are seen.
They are equal and unique. They understand that better than us.
For us, equality has to be fought for.
All men are created equal. How can we as humans be equal when we are unique?
Equality is an illusion, unattainable.
A human amongst humans means everything as long as you stand out.
We may all bleed the same red blood, cry the same tears of sorrow, but that isn't enough to make you the same.
Not enough to make you human.
Not enough to make you equal.
To equalize the snowflake is to melt them of their crystalline beauty, having the beating sun burn them with unique equality. As water, they will be without flavor, every drop the same and fall like the tears of a child in the form of rain, only to hide in the tides of reality, rather than twinkle and shine as crystals of snow. Instead, it's about being equal.
It's not meant to be given.
It's not meant to be earned.
It's not meant to be bought.
It's not meant to be fought for.
It's
meant to be a birthright.
Every snowflake has its own crystal structure, each one with its own personality.
As a group, we are all the same. We are unique, we are snowflakes, we are snow.
To realize and accept this is to be a snowflake amongst humans.
Give it up for Academy Park. CRISTO Ray, you're on deck. CRISTO Ray, you are on deck. Give it up for Roxborough.
Hi, my name is Namisha.
I'm Jasmine.
And this is our first time. Oh, he is so gorgeous.
His tall, fit figure.
His glowing caramel skin.
The way his smile lingers.
The way his brown eyes up in the dark worlds blend.
Oh, he is so different.
He'd rather bring a rose than a kiss.
He'd rather write letters instead of a defective text.
He likes to listen to my voice and sight with bliss.
He'd rather chase me rather than go to the next.
Oh, he is so God-sent.
His praises to my feet as he calls me a queen.
His warm hugs make any bad day feel better.
I'm always first after God on his team.
His angelic face stains my memory. And every time it reminds me of his love letter. Oh, he is so worthy. He gave me all his extra hours and never complained.
He chooses me instead of the game.
He's willing to give me the world and all his other lanes.
He likes me not for my body, but
for my brains. Oh, he is so extraordinary.
When he see my depression, he hands me the Bible.
He says nothing could revive my heart like Jesus' revival. He likes to call me beautiful and send me around like fine wine. Watch out to the undivided world, this girl is mine.
When he sees my, when he tells me he likes me, my heart goes to spirals.
He gives me explanations like we're in a trial. He whispers sweet necklace as we sit and stare at the sunset. And this time when I say I'm fine, I really am fine. He is so righteous, and when I'm lost, he'll climb mountains and swim oceans. He'll always be him.
But the question is,
who is him?
Give it up for Roxborough. Who is him? Get up to Roxborough. Hardy Williams, you're on deck. Hardy Williams, you are on deck. Come on up to the front, Hardy Williams. Come up to the front, Hardy Williams. Give it up for CRISTO Ray.
I'm Valeria. It's my first time.
I'm Tatiana. Welcome to Philadelphia's class of 2017. Demir Allen, age 19. David McFarland, age 19. Therese Johnson, age 17. Salvatore Danubli, age 16. Kalir Miller, age 16. Tamir Fraser, age 14. Elisa Marie Torres, age 19. I can't even list all of them because we only have 3 minutes and have about 30 years of senseless gun violence to go through. It starts with us, the hood, the place the cops won't come to when you call to report a crime, the place where privileged people roll their windows up when they drive down the streets, the place where kids have to walk home with knives, mace, or guns because they don't feel safe, the place where if you're a girl, you have to be in the house before it's dark if you want to avoid trauma. It starts with us. With the drive-bys, with the senseless shootings, with the unknown motives. Philly, your home, Philadelphia, the nickname you wear with pride because you always gotta rep your set, right? Rep a city that's known for its murders more than it's known for its cheesesteaks. When they talk about gun control, they don't talk about us. When they talk about gun violence, they don't talk about us. As if since 2006, we haven't had one shooting every 6 hours. They don't talk about how this city ain't the city of brotherly love. It's a city of a killed or be killed motto. Gun violence is not just a Parkland problem. It's not just a Pulse nightclub problem. It is not just a high school shooting problem. It's an American problem.
It is the rope that is pulling our kids away from us.
It is the streets that are calling our boys' names. It is the police officers that see black skin and see targets. It is Philly. It is Detroit. It is Chicago. It is Camden.
It is Los Angeles. It is St. Louis. It is New Orleans. It is Atlanta.
It is Volume Amendment ratified in 1791. We want gun control, but we don't want to start at our roots. Solidarity with Parkland, but we need to lift ourselves up too. Say their names, walk out of school to show your support for gun control. Skip school to go to your city council and advocate and show that you've had enough. Do it for Parkland, but don't forget your name too. Don't let media ingrain into your minds that gun violence is only worth talking about when it happens to certain people. We are Parkland, we are Pulse, we are police brutality, we are Philly, we are Chicago, we are the girl from Delaware Valley High School who died in front of Einstein Hospital 2 years ago because she didn't have enough strength to make it inside. We are the hood kids that learn to turn gunshots into our lullabies at night. We are students, we are victims, we are change.
Let's go, CRISTO Ray. Constitution, come to the front. Constitution, come to the front. Give it up for the team from Hardy Williams.
Hi, my name is Sophia, and this is my first time.
First time, first time.
also my first time.
Let's go.
All right. You like New York City in the daytime, I like New York City in the night. You say you like sleeping with the air off, I don't, I need it on.
And you like the light coming through the windows. I sleep late, so I just keep them all closed. You ignore the music on the radio, I don't, I sing along. On the inside, looking out, scared to experience the numb feelings that love can hand over.
I am also on the inside looking out, but that's only now. Don't like being held captive, the world is mine. Since the world is a lover, I've got love in my veins.
Somehow, watching the rain tap its fingers on my window at the brink of midnight gives me an unhealthy comfort.
You watch the raindrops, I dance beside them. You watch out your window, I paint the scenes outside them.
Because watching the witching hour sky is how you discover that loneliness is only the blood that's never bled.
Dawn, where discovery of art is evident. Earthy skies are pretty colors. Dawn is in my veins. Gold is what it rains.
Terrified to bleed the cold blues of loneliness, but I'm more afraid of opening up, so I'll keep my window closed as usual.
Fear. Fear isn't a part of me. Fearless yellow. Fearing fear itself. Open heart, heart on my sleeve.
The hope outside my window on a warm, sunny day is all the more reason to keep it closed.
The sun, a star of perfection, night and day intersections.
Because we'll only take that tiny glimmer of doubtful hope to shine through my window and break my fragile heart into a million pieces.
It will only take a closed window to capture my heart and close my eyes, for a million pieces of me is trapped outside the window. Tell me how we're not alike, but we work so well, and we don't even know why. Funny how the stars cross right, 'cause we work so well, and we don't even know why. You can call it fire and ice, 'cause we work so well, and we don't even know why. We don't even know why, no, no, we don't even know why, no, no, no.
Yeah, Hardy Williams. Yes, Philly, you're on deck. Yes, Philly, you are on deck. Give it up for Constitution, everybody. Give it up for Constitution.
Hi, I'm Aziz. A homeless man stopped me on the way to the train today. And instead of asking me for money, he said, "Thank you for seeing me as more than just a germ." At first, I didn't understand what he meant. Then I compared the city to a well-functioning body. Each citizen to a cell, each one having a different purpose. Every street and avenue to a vein or artery. I compared everything that makes the city, up until I got down to the homeless. Then I had the realization that we view the homeless as this swarm of germs. Questioning the integrity of our great body, we forget that they too were once hard-working selves, just trying to stay afloat. The only difference is that life dealt them a different hand. Why do we ostracize those who need the most help? America is notorious for sticking its nose in other countries' affairs, but can't even take care of its own citizens. What does it even mean to be a citizen? I think we need some clarification, because ever since the founding of this country, its citizens have been given scraps. Why don't we ever have any change to spare? But every cent counts, right? Does that saying only apply to us, those who don't have to worry about where they're gonna lay their heads at night? The homeless are not germs, they're human. Like you and me, they have families. Like you and me, they could be you and me, so why don't we help them?
Give it up for Constitution. Roxborough, you are up first in the lightning round. We're going right into the lightning round after this last one. We're going right into the lightning round after Yes Philly. Give it up for Yes Philly, everybody.
My name is Paris, and this is my second time. We are human. On the outside, we see ourselves as fractions of what we truly are. We are more powerful than we could possibly imagine. Yet we cling to our weaknesses and we are addicted to our own limitations. We hurt, we cry, we hate, but we need every bit of it. but we're so beautiful. We love, we lust, we laugh as we live our nights. We love, we lust, we laugh as we live our lives like summer nights, all too short. I don't need it, I need it. We stay young even as our bodies age. We ball our fists in rage, though we find our true strength in our open palms. Our hearts are pure, they make music. A beautiful beat, too unique and too deep to go in any musical number on any sheets. The ink stains our skin. We care. We get our worth from material things. We enjoy, we dread, we're scared of letting go. We wear our scars like precious jewelry. Every hour of our lives, every breath, every day is like the moment of truth, a fleeting moment in the finality of our own reality. We are selfish, we are resilient, we wage war on everything and leave nothing. We cry out in crime, but it's the peaceful times that make us blind. We are crazy, an undeniable insanity in this world. We want to be brave, but we're so very weak. We want to live, not just survive, but ask us if we care why.
Give it up for Yes Philly. Give it up for Yes Philly. Entering in the lightning round. Everything about this round is fast. We're coming straight up. Give it up for the team from Roxborough. Only you're on deck. Should have said that the other way. Only you're on deck.
I'm Shania. It's our first time. Wait, what up?
Quiet, quiet, quiet. There you go.
We've adjusted to the basics of our not-so-normal lives, so when people ask, we'll usually answer, yeah, we're twins. And when we say twins, they hear same person in separate bodies, but it's not at all what comes out, see. What I say is what I think and not what comes out of her mouth. We may agree at times about certain things, but as human beings, we are entitled to our own set of opinions. I believe what I believe, and I believe what I believe. And with all due respect, we know no other way to say this, but when people say, I've always wanted a twin, we never know what to say back, so we nod and pretend we wish you did too. You pinched me into her, and I'll feel what she feels, but that's because you pinched me. These people just don't make sense to me. We find it funny when people ask the simplest questions. There's no possible way we can't be the same age. My mom carried us at once, and we were born on the same day. No good twin, no bad twin. For the extra questions, save it. My mom doesn't have a favorite. She said we put her through the most pain. No C-section, just a B-section of a 17-year-old single mother giving birth to a set of stars. Don't ask again how it is being a twin, because we'll answer right back. How isn't it? We've been it since we've been it. Answering questions, yes, we do have the same dreams once in a while. Yes, we do have powers, but our powers is being twins itself. When she's in trouble, I do feel what she feels, but it's like this, not like this. You get it? Now, back to the day that she gave us both names. It wasn't twin. Which one are you? Oldest to the youngest, think one and think two. We just hate when y'all think we're the same. Oh, our names? I'm Shania. I'm Shania.
Give it up for Roxborough. Link, you're on deck. Link, you're on deck. Give it up for OLNEY.
I don't want no picture with the president. I just want to talk. My name's Justino. Hi. I like you. I really, really like you. Every time you roll your eyes, I see my reflection roll back into your brain, and I know that is a gateway to your heart. And that smile makes my day beautiful even when the world just seems so ugly.
When you hug me, I feel an embrace that keeps pressure on my heart, and it makes it sound like Morse code, and it's only beating your name. C, 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 C. It beats your name like a drum. Your image plays in my mind like a replay. You change like the season, but every fall I was there to catch. You. But here's a list of things that I like about you. 1, I'm addicted to your person. 2, you have the audacity to smile brighter than the sun and shine out any dark storm. 3, your smile says present, but your personality spells future. 4, I want to bond with you like the atoms in dopamine, so my receptors are blocked and I can only get addicted to you. 5, I like you. 6, I really, really like you.
Give it up for OLNEY. Give it up for OLNEY. CRISTO Ray, you're on deck. CRISTO Ray, you're on deck. Link, come on up to the stage.
I'm Tasir.
And I'm Will. This is my second time. Dear white people. What's up with all this depression? Seems like your sole purpose is to try to keep a brother down. Turn our smiles to frowns, dress us up like clowns. Why is it after 200 years, ain't a single thing changed? The only thing different is now we're getting shot instead of hanged. Dear white people.
I'm sorry that I'm too black for you. And I'm sorry that it makes you queasy when I walk on your side of the road. And I am so sorry that it frightens you when I reach into my pocket for what you think is...
This gun.
But it's actually my phone. Dear white people.
Oh. See, once upon a time, we were all the same color before money divided us and melanin categorized us. See, if you pop open the history book, you'll see that race didn't exist until Europe needed to rationalize their atrocities. See, people talk about the past as hypocrisy. Never stop to see the truth being beaten and abused by the lies. False facts covering up their eyes. People always want to put their 2 cents in, but how many of them actually make any change? I don't know if y'all caught that. Dear white people.
I don't. I got y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that it disgusts you when we date your kind, but in normal eyes, equality is right and love is blind. But you didn't see it that way, which is why you tried to use slavery to poison our minds. But I'm too smart for your mind games. You won't put me on a cotton field with shackles and chains. You see, slavery was about power, but it was also about brains. It was mind over matter. You see, we tried to hide from the pain, the whips against our skin to drive us insane, but you failed because I am still sane, and I don't mean any harm when I say this. I'm just saying, and when Martin said that he had a dream, it wasn't just a saying. You have to get your education and make a change because the world is dangerous for people like you and me. It's not a game, and I earn my stripes like a tiger, but like a king, I stroke my mane.
Give it up for Link. Yeah, SLA Center City, I'm sorry. You are on deck. SLA Center City, you're on deck. Give it up for CRISTO Ray.
Hi, my name is Erica.
I'm Manola.
A body hits the ground. Screams can be heard from a mother. Blood can be seen on the pavement. You may think this is rare, but it's actually just another day in Philadelphia. City of brotherly love, where we show affection with guns, play dodgeball with bullets. How fast can you run?
There is no speed limit for when we run from the cops. playground turned into war zones, and people wonder why we're so afraid to go outside.
Broken family structures become the new norm. In this jungle-like city, we pray and become prey. These streets are breaking our families up and taking our fathers away. Little black boys don't have anyone to look up to anymore. Little black girls don't love themselves like they should. Police don't know what to do with us anymore. They insist on locking us up. They see coffins and cell blocks in our future. Birthdays are seen with more importance because we don't know if we will make it to 25. This is Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, the concrete badlands, that's our tomb. This is our home.
Give it up for CRISTO Ray. Make some noise for SLA Center City.
Hi, my name's Willow, and this is my first time.
Hi, I'm Kimberly.
Hi, I'm Jade. This is my first time.
As I ride.
I've been sitting on this train for my entire life.
Taking me to higher education.
But I've really started to doubt myself.
Next stop, college. The train's floor filled with shreds of rejection letters.
Frayed at the edges from my anxieties.
Conductors continue to murmur incomprehensive lies over the speaker.
The seats weathered away from each generation and graduating class.
Speeding by towns of talented people and me, mesmerized by them. Ooh.
Adults have told us that we can be something special.
But they were told the same thing.
They used their broken dreams to buy us tickets for a stop we can't even afford.
Next stop, college.
The train changed everything.
Fun days with my parents used to mean going to the movies. Now we go on college tours.
Falling deep into fairy tales, replaced with skimming college brochures.
Sunday morning breakfast is now SAT practice test.
As the song says,
stop this train. I wanna get off and go home again. I can't take the speed it's moving in. I know I can, but honestly, won't someone stop this train?
Give it up for SLA Center City. Constitution, you are on deck. Constitution, you are on deck. Make some noise for the team from Hardy Williams.
Hi, my name is Mary, this is my first time. They say love don't last, but my love for food is everlasting. They say love creeps up on you when you least expect it, but I always expected breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They say love might hurt you, but food has healed my broken pieces. But they also said love will never leave you. Yet every time I eat some spicy wings, it disappears into this portal. My stomach, my spicy wing is no longer with me. It left, I'm sad. It never returned, and I don't know why. I guess what I'm trying to say on a more serious note is your love for something could be everlasting, but don't mean it will stay with you forever. I guess what I mean is you could love something, but don't expect it not to walk out on you. You can love something, but it's never guaranteed to stay with you. Thank you.
Give it up for the team from Hardy Williams. Yo, everybody, do me a personal favor. Vision's here. Show him some love, everybody. And now show love for the team. He came up before I could introduce him. The team from Constitution, everybody. Constitution.
Hi, I'm Jaden. Taxi living, the meter running with my premonitions. Inebriated villains give the best advice, but I'm sitting chilling, just rolling in my vice. Bottled up emotions, sometimes I overturn the light just to sit in the dark. The rain pours and the lightning sparks, picking at my brain on this windy ride. I'm a runaway train just speeding through life, but sometimes it moves too fast. But standing at the moment, playing double jeopardy before my eyes open. OJ in the fridge, milk is the closest, the scene cuts to black. I'm just trying not to lose focus. It's hard to be open. Man. It's hard to be. Damn. Oh, man. It's hard. Oh, it's hard to be open. They say it's bad to hate and it's good to love, but there's a thin line between love and trust, and I'm nowhere near. Maybe somewhere above, passing on passions because we ran out of luck. Maybe my feelings fabricated. Maybe I created all these woes. Maybe my truth is in these lyrics, but sometimes I hold on. Floating on your verbs, wishy-washy in your mentions, so I had to curve. Going through ups and downs. They say what goes around comes around, but yours never came around. The driver interrupted before I could ponder another. Wait, the driver, wait. Well, yours goes around, never comes around. Comes around. They say what goes around comes around. They say what goes around comes around, but yours never came around. Yours never came around, but sometimes I wonder. The driver interrupted before I could ponder another. He said, you gotta pay 17 and some change. I handed him a dub and then went on my way. Life whispered in my ear and said, you know you can't run away.
Give it up for Constitution. Academy Park, you're on deck. Academy Park, you're on deck. And second team from the last of the lightning round, the team from Central.
Hi, my name is Ngozi, and this is my first time.
Let's go.
What makes a black person a black person? Is it the history? Is it the culture? Is it the experience? Because please, inform me, what makes me less of a black person? My history, my roots grow deep in the ground like the yams my ancestors fought to find. My hair defies gravity and reaches infinity and beyond to touch hands with God. My hair shading me like an old oak tree, keeping me cool against the heat. A resting place from picking the pieces of my soul ripped apart by people who try to take this experience away from me. I have cried. I have known what it's like to hate the body that only wishes to nurture me, to shun myself from society, and to know that the only color that I've ever known I can't even identify with, because you think I'm different from you, because you believe me to be weak, to be weird. Well, let me inform you on something. You don't get to stereotype and discriminate and then turn around and say you support your race. Every shade of black is different, each tint colorful and colorless, amazing in its artistic form. I'm sorry. Each tint, it's beautiful in artistic form, both colorful and colorless, a strong force like no other. Black and blue I may stand, from words hitting like rocks, from letters sharpening the sword. I take the pen and rewrite an ending for the 50 shades of a failure that I am. To know that I'm full of sugar, not so much spice, but everything that makes me nice. And even after it all, I still love my black people. These people, a dark light like no other, holding up the stars and writing the universe. These people, my people, our people, what a masterpiece.
Give it up for the team from Central. And finally in the lightning round, like they were the first team to come up, the team from Academy Park.
Hello, my name is Trey. This is my first time.
Hi, I'm Day Day. This is my first time.
My name is Lamont, and this is my first time as well.
Together we are Poetic 101.
One voice, one heart, one mind. You know, I'm tolerant of Everyone and everything.
You know, I'm sick and tired of
Everyone and everything.
Honestly, at this point,
I'm not holding back what I feel,
What I think, and what I say.
I'm going to speak my mind, say what I mean, and mean what I say.
So, when you bump into me, I will politely say,
Sorry you were not paying attention to where you were walking.
Sorry, I had to pay attention for the both of us.
Sorry you were on your phone, walking sideways, and yelling at your friends 30 feet behind you. Sorry, we had 8 new directions on the compass because of your erratic movement. Sorry, I couldn't calculate where you weren't going.
Silence is consent.
Silence is complicity.
Silence can make the innocent look guilty.
Silence allows others to tell your story.
With all that said, say what you mean, say what you feel. No longer hold in reserve your words, because unspoken words can't be heard.
Fantastic. You've made it through the first 2 rounds. The first team of the 3rd round, sprint on up here. Let's congratulate Academy Park.
Hi. My name is Miyatu. And I'm representing Poetic 101. One voice, one heart, one mind. At 5, they asked me, what do you want to be when you grow up? I answered rich, one word because I still had time to explore. At 10, they asked me, what do you want to be when you grow up? I answered doctor. Every immigrant parent's dream, if only they knew mine were even bigger. They asked me, what do you want to be when you grow up? I give my extended answer. One word won't cut it at 17. Well, mother, father, uncle, auntie. I will not only be a pediatric cardiac surgeon specializing in childhood heart disease, but repairing the hearts of many, including children with broken dreams. They'll see me as a person who came from nothing, but with everything stacked against her excelling. They'll see me, a Black woman with both targets, being Black and being a woman exceeding. They'll see me, a Liberian native whose grandmother can't speak a lick of English, transcending. They'll see me, a woman with skin of brood, to be the richest cup of coffee, surpassing every obstacle that tried to impede my destiny. Young girls would see me, Miyatu, Beauty, Korma, whose middle name is Beauty, but whom for the longest felt ugly, comfortable in her own skin. This will encourage them to do the same. My words will travel up their spines and make them stand straighter. My words will stretch the muscles in their legs and make their strides longer. Their heads will be up and voices will be heard, because from me they will learn these things that I was once afraid of. My presence will be encouragement. I will start the second enlightenment, so that even after me, these principles will still be. You ask me, what do I want to be when I grow up? I'll summarize an inspiration.
Give it up for Academy Park.
I'm way too numb, yeah. It's way too dumb, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time.
We're going to congratulate the team from Hardy Williams for making the 3rd round. Come on up, Hardy Williams.
My name is Malaka. This is my first time. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the same old things. I'm tired of coming to this black hole having to cling to my only soul. I'm tired of dealing with the same pestering voices. I'm tired of hearing the same idiotic noises. I'm tired of coming back after a long day to hear these chronological memories of bad screams. I'm tired and I'm scared, because unspoken is spoken, and unbroken is broken. I finally choked and my soul is revoked. But it's cool. I was under the impression that I wouldn't be used as some tool, but But it's cool. I was under the impression that I wouldn't be used as some tool. But it's cool. I was under the impression I wouldn't be used as some tool. Yeah, you sat on some stupid pedestal, and I was skeptical. Yet I fell into your trap, making me irreparable.
Give it up for the team from Hardy Williams. Next, congratulate for making the third round the team from SLA Center City.
What up, though? My name is Wes.
Hi, I'm Thea.
My name's Nick.
I'm Juliana.
I used to be able to see all colors.
I used to watch the sunrise sitting atop the skyline with wide eyes. I loved to watch the colors distort and emerge in all their glory.
The bright neon hues of the ice cream truck jingle rang in my ears long after it turned the corner. Canary was the buzz of daffodil drunken bumblebees.
And the earth's heartbeat. I used to sit under ragged front porch awnings, spying on spring songs splayed across the ground's palm. Everything was evergreen and ever blooming.
I remember the days I laid on beds of sage-colored grass, seeming blue in the hue of the midnight dance.
The sky alit with a raspberry tone that matched my stained hands.
Yellow used to tickle like children's laughter in the summertime. Sickly sweet saffron popsicle drips ran down small fingers faster than small tongues could catch them.
Sky erupting in Venetian clouds before the sun caught up with them.
Blue blemishes splatter across my brain.
It's all a blur too blurry for me to explain.
But one thing that I remember about the color blue, the sky.
At this time of day, the sky smiled back at me.
White splatter paints the sky like flowing ocean tides, crashing on the universe again and again like clockwork.
Bathed me in tangerine hues.
Dip my bygones in silk and firebush.
Butterscotch rays of sunlight sheathed my hair in a brighter shade of blonde.
I fell in love with the impermanence. I watched the vibrance of my childhood diminish
Like I used to watch the sun rise. Shamrock leaves explode like green-shaded flames from the springtime body. Our garden gowns my whole front yard with parades of moss and chanting pixies between unpicked daffodil petals. As a kid, I used to pick them and hold them to my nose, smiling when they smell so sweet.
Like happiness homegrown from the ground up.
Wish I knew this laugh doesn't last forever.
But growing up, I began to see better.
I miss the days when I could see the crimson blood spilling out of my own paper cuts. These were the years that choirs of golden elation hit their highest notes.
I wish I could revisit my imaginary fields of marigolds.
I wish I could remember the hues of my own rosy cheeks after running so I could get home before dark.
I wish I could go back to rolling in bushy grasses with my cousins, each thin bristle touching my skin with a polite joy.
I wish I could go back to the first time I had stars implanted in my eyes. I'll never again experience that high.
Childhood spoke to me in color, now all I see is monochrome.
Up for SLA Center City.
No more parties in LA.
And finally, the last team for the third round is the team from CRISTO Ray.
There's a misunderstanding from my culture to yours. Even though we shop at the same stores and walk on the same floors, but my skin color does not open the same doors. My mind is intoxicated with words I've always Hated with love, I've waited, and my dreams so outdated. I'm young, black, and educated. My future waiting to be created. My power is underestimated. I'm young and affiliated with kings and queens, but it doesn't have to be that complicated because your brain is contaminated. Your brain is so opinionated, and this is where I become frustrated. Black lives matter, and that's what we scream. And we all know MLK had a dream, but black people can't even be on the same team, and killing is becoming so extreme. But a murderer doesn't run in my bloodstream, but it's not all as it seems. Only one could daydream about a day in America with no crime scenes. See, black power is something some find sour, but we all have 24 hours, enough time to grow like a flower. Alone we are weak, but together we are a superpower. Thank you.
Let's go, CRISTO Ray. Good job, CRISTO Ray. Let's give it up for our first winners of the first West Slam, the team from, drum roll please, 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 the team from SLA Center City.